everyone, welcome back to another tutorial on mini album. As you've seen at the beginning of this on the thumbnail, the album is already complete, so I'm just going to give you the materials and go through all the sizes and all the pages that I make, so how I made that album that you just saw. So I'm using the Poetic Rose by Prima, and this paper is so beautiful. I'm just going to quickly go through it. I'm not going to go through every single page. I just want to show you the lovely gold foiling in it, the grays, the greens, the purple, very pale purple and pinks. The green is very pale, and same with the blue. It's almost like a steel blue, bluish gray. Really nice green gingham pattern on there. There's one of the pages with, you know, some botanical on it, and I love that. And this is all gray on the back. And this is pink. This is like a steel blue gray. It's really hard to decipher the color of that right there. So, and I love this page. I really love this paper. So, I have 2 packs of this. I also have an A4 size for making mats and tags and whatever I'm going to make with it. I like to use the A4 because it doesn't shrink the pattern up all that much, so I can still get the beauty of the large size of the pattern instead of using all 6x6 pieces. Although 6x6 will work perfectly. You're going to need some cardstock in 110 pound. I like to use, this is from Staples. This is 250 sheets of 110 pound cardstock, and I absolutely love this cardstock. So this is what I'm going to be using to create the pages. Whatever it is I'm making is coming from this cardstock here. And I love the white it is compared to a Michael's white. I'll show you the difference. Hi, baby girl. The Michael's white looks beige to me when you hold it up against a real white. This is Michael's white. This is Staples white. I like the brilliance of white in this paper here. So there is your huge difference. This is like
that's a big difference.
It is a huge difference. And I really like this cardstock. It's not too thick. It's not, you know, it's not overwhelmingly thick, and that's what I'm going to be using to build my pages, and use this for mats too as well. So I'll be using the Staples. I'll be using the decorative tape, which is the washi from Poetic Rose. These are the 3.5 by 5, 3 by 4 journaling cards that I'll be using in here. I didn't buy the bigger ones because I'm making a smaller album, so I didn't want them humongous. These are the ephemeras that came with the pack. So beautiful ephemeras with lots of beautiful sentiments. So I'll probably be using pretty much every one of these ephemeras. I wish to God I would have bought 2 of those, but I didn't. I'll be using the this frame, as you would have seen in the front of that album. This is the frame that I'm using, and it will be painted as you see on the album. It's already painted and glittered, and you'll see it how I transition this into something beautiful. And here are the chipboard stickers. Now I'm kind of a little disappointed with their chipboard stickers on this one because there's only 15 pieces. There's not a whole lot to pick from. So this, and they're all pretty big, but they're pretty. But I wish there was more. And there's only 15. So that's a really small pack of chipboard stickers, I'll say. I don't think I've ever seen it that small, but hey. Oh, hey, it's alright. Now I'm going to be using the Say It With Crystals. Now these ones here are the ones that went with Poetic Rose. These ones here went with Santa Baby, but I love these colors, and all of these colors are in this Poetic Rose. So I'm going to be using both of these Satan crystals, because you guys know I like bling, especially Martha.
Bling!
Bling. Oh, by the way, I have Martha and Karen with me crafting in the background. Martha is working on a piece of jewelry, and Karen is working on a binding system for her.
Oh, Karen's working on a mini album. She's making her binding.
Right, she's making her binding for her mini album. So these are the flowers that I chose. I mean, there's way more flowers that go with this, but this, I'm keeping this limited. I don't need a whole bunch of flowers, because if you only see my flower collection, you would cry. But what I like about this is it comes with vellum in the backs of these flowers that you can use, and they're very vintage. Look at these. Aren't these just adorable? And I love these, so I'll probably be putting these on the front. I'll be using these in all of my pages, which I adore. And these beautiful butterflies and flowers, oh my god, they're just so pretty. They got the blue and the pink and the white and the gray, white and the green. Oh my gosh, they're just gorgeous with the little gemstone in the middle. Just adorable. And I love this flower mix as well. So, and this one is special flowers. They're so pretty because look, it came with, oops. All right, so we're back now. Anyway, look at this gorgeous stencil that came with this. And I mean, it's a Prima stencil. It's not a flimsy, it's a good quality stencil. And I really like this. So those are the flowers that I chose to use in this one. So that's all there is. And that's quite more than I need for this album.
Ruby?
Yeah?
You need to pause for a second.
All right. Okay, so sorry for the interruption, but that was my husband. He always likes to call me when he goes shopping because he's gone to get me gray cardstock because I don't have any gray cardstock. I'm also going to use, I think so anyway, my brand new dies that I had got a couple months ago maybe from Creeley's. And these are so pretty, these ones here. And these are the little mini ones. So if I need to make smaller ones, I can use the smaller dies, but they match the bigger ones. So I want to keep my tags really consistent and decorating them. I also got the We Are Memory Keepers, the pocket punch board. I want to try and create some pockets with this, but I'm not 100% sure how to work this thing yet. I haven't used it yet. It's still in its package. And I will be showing you guys how to use it once I figure out how I can make little coin envelopes. I love these coin envelopes. And I think they're going to look really nice with a beautiful tag inside of them. So we'll work on that. So this is some of the other products I'll be using. I'm probably guaranteed to be using lace. I just don't have my lace out yet, but we'll see how that goes. I can guarantee you I'll be using lace. I got bling.
You have lace coming too.
Oh yeah, I do. And I decided I'm going to be making pocket pages. So that will mean my album will have five pages, and each page will have a pocket. I was going to do this weird kind of binding for it, but Karen just did her hidden binding system, sort of. It's, yeah, because she's putting pockets over top of those hinges that she made. And I've made many albums with that kind of hinge in it, so because I want to have the pockets. And I think the pockets is going to give me a little bit more ways to decorate it. To keep it simple. Hey. Karen, why did you just laugh at me?
Because you're funny.
Because you're funny. Alright, so I lied. I'm not going to keep it simple. The actual proof will be in what you saw before this actual video. Now, you're definitely going to need a chipboard, and this is my medium weight chipboard that I buy from Graphics. I love, love, love this chipboard, and I wouldn't go any other way with chipboard except this stuff. Love it. Now, I will give you all the measurements of the actual thing that the box and the album itself. So, for the album, my album is 6 by 8. So you're going to cut 2 pieces at 6 by 8. As you can see, I did not cut the width of it. I cut it on the tougher side of the cardstock. So you need 2 pieces of 6 by 8. You only need 1 piece of 4 by 8. This is the spine of my book, and it's 4 inches wide. And I already have all my page markings on this piece here. You see, on the top and the bottom. So I can make sure I do my binding system perfectly like this. Or my spine, whatever, pages. Now, this here is the lid to the box, which has got a little piece of black stuff on it. And it's 9 by 7, and you need to cut 2 of these because you need one for the lid, one for the bottom, and you want it to be the exact same size as the bottom. Now the sides for the lid, you need 2 pieces at 2 by 7. So this is 2 by 7, 2 pieces. And you need 2 pieces at 2 by 7. No, this is 2 by 7. These are 2 by 9. Sorry. So you need 2 pieces, 2 by 9 for the lid. And you need 1 of the 9 by 7s. Okay, so you need this. The bottom, you need a 9 by 7. Like I told you, cut 2 of those. You need 2 pieces at 3.5 by 7. And you need 2 pieces 3.5 by 9. Now, let me show you for what I intend to do and how I'm doing this. So I have one bottom. So the bottom is going to be shaped like this, and it's going to be like, oh no, it's not as high as the actual album is. This is where my liners come in. This liner piece is going to go on the inside so that when I put the lid on it, the lid is going to fit flush with the edge. So my liner pieces are cut to be 3.5. So this is 4 by 7. All right. So the book will fit in here absolutely perfectly at 4 by 7. And then the lid will go over top of this piece. So these are the liners. When I construct it, I'll explain it as I go so you don't get confused, but these are liners. So you want to cut 2 liner pieces. So 4 by 9, you need 2 liner pieces, but you want to just skim off. So this is not quite 9 inches. You want to just skimp off about a 1/16 of an inch, because when we go on the inside of the book with both pieces, we want these to be a little bit smaller than the actual box so they fit inside of the box properly. So even if you don't trim it down. Okay, so like I said, these are just shaved off about a 1/16 of an inch more than what they actually are. Well, this is still saying it's 7, and it's just skimmed off a little bit. If these are too big, if our liners are too big and they don't fit flush inside of our box once we create the box, then we'll just shim them off a little bit. That's all, okay? We want these to fit inside of the box, but you still want them to be 4 inches tall. Yeah, 4 inches tall. So that's the measurements for our chipboard pieces, okay? So this is for the box and for the album itself. So right now I'm going to, I'm going to create my box first. So that's going to be the best thing to do. So these are my liners. I'm just going to sit those off to the side. This is for the bottom of my box, so let's do the bottom of the box first. Yeah, let's do I think I'm going to join it like this. That's how I'm going to get a full sheet of paper, and I'm going to join these pieces like this, like so. Yep, and I'm going to use 12 by 12. So this is how I'm going to make the bottoms. I'm not going to do all of these individual pieces. Just not going to happen. So let's get our sheet ready. Now I don't think this is big enough to fit. No. So we are definitely going to have to join this. So I'm going to join this right now with some 3/8 of an inch score tape. So I like to go put a strip down this side, all the way down, and a strip down this side, all the way down, and then I'll overlap it. And that way, I got a scratchy throat now. Okay. And I always like to use my scoreboard to line up my pieces nicely. That way I don't get uneven edges. Not that it's probably ever going to matter, but what can I tell you? So I'm just going to line this up here. I'm going to go overlap that a little wee bit, like so, and lay it down, and ta-da. Now it's not going to come up here, and it's not going to come up on here. Okay, so that's good and sealed there. Whoops. Now let's cut. Now I want to leave, this is the bottom, that's the top, that's the top. So the side piece, we only need to cover over about about an inch. So I'm going to line my paper up here, and I'm going to put this here and here. So this looks pretty darn good. An inch from the bottom and an inch from the side. So that's where my first piece is going to go. So there's my first piece. I'm just going to draw it in there. Then this one here, I'm going to leave a little gap here, about 1/8 of an inch gap. And I'm going to try to keep it straight. I'm going to draw a line here, a line there, a line here, and a line there. And then I'm going to take my other piece, and I'm going to leave the same amount of gap, about 1/8 of an inch, line it up at the top, and I'm going to draw a line there, there, and there. And then over here, I'm just going to cut this piece off. Okay, so for now, you can see where my pieces are going to fit. So this one here, I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to use my cutting pad, my cutting mat. Probably cut my paper, but I don't really care. And I need my long ruler. So I'm going to line this paper up with my paper mat here, cutting, like that. And then I'm going to draw, or I'm going to move this over to that line. And I'm going to line up these lines, and that way I know I'm getting a straight cut. And we're going to use my cutter. Oh goodness, where's my cutter? Oh, it's in the other container. Duh. So there's the size we need for the width of our box. Now we need to add pieces in here to accommodate sorry, we need to accommodate, so I'm going to glue this down here, or tape it down, and I'm going to leave a little gap there because we need a little gap, and we need a pencil line, not with that. So we need one there, and I need to trim it off here, so we need about an inch over here, and about, I'm just guesstimating, an inch here. Okay, so this piece here, I'm going to cut 2 of these because I need 2 pieces the same. Oops, wrong paper. That is cardstock. I need this paper here. All right. So I'm going to do it this way. I could just cut this on my cutter, and you know what? I think I will. It'll just, because this will fit. That away. That there for now. Oh, crap. Move that. So I'm going to leave about an inch here. So I'm just guesstimating an inch. Not quite an inch. And let me see this piece here. Alright, so it's going to go there. And yeah, okay, I wanted to make sure I can cut right to those pencil lines. That was the way I figured it. Okay, so we're good with these. Now, put my ruler back. Okay, so we're done with this for now. Get rid of it before I cut myself, because I'm famous for that too. Alright. So this here is going to be overlapped here, and why do I have that there? Probably because I have it the wrong way. So I want to be kind of even here. So I'm actually going to glue this on first, and then I'll glue that other one down. Yeah, we'll glue this on first. That's a good idea, because then I could just glue this to this page here like that, and then I'll glue it once I have this piece in. Okay, so we'll glue these sides down first. Let's move this out of the way for now, and let's glue these on. Whoa. Alright, so you're going to do that to both pieces, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've already got one glued on, but I've got it all taped up. And I'm going to just trim this with my scissors. That's kind of sticking out a little too far. Okay, so that's ready to go on its paper, but first of all we've got to glue this one down. And we need to glue the other ones down, and then we'll have a perfect fit around our box. Jeez. Put that back.
So, are you taping?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Why?
No worries, I just, I was going to talk if you weren't taping.
You can still talk. You know, this ain't a talkless show.
Not with me on it isn't.
Not with me, for sure. I don't know how to shut up. All right. And that's that page. So I just basically put this down here, kind of centered it in here, and put an inch on, sort of an inch on each side like this, and lined it up perfectly. So there's my inch on each side. Make sure it's flush with the bottom of my paper, and then squish her on. And we've got a done glued on piece so far. Okay, so there is the side pieces. Now for this side here, you're going to run a strip of score tape along this side of your end. So just run one strip down for now. And do that on both pieces. So you're going to run the strip on this flush side. Okay. And there we go. And then just put these to the side for a minute. So these two pieces of our box are done. Now we need to work on our big piece, which is, hang on, let me get rid of my scraps here. All right, where are the two pieces? Right here. So this is my bottom. This one here is going to go here, flush here, somewhere like this, with space in between. So there's about an inch here. Okay, so let's get this score taped. Actually, I'm going to do an edge first. I think this will be better, because then we can use this for a guide as well. So I'm just going to go off camera and run my score tape on all three of these pieces, and I'll be right back.